Well, I'm here with my son Joe, who's going to talk us through a park run he did on the weekend. Where were we, Joe? Tell us all about it.
We was at Geographe Bay Parkrun.
And where's Geographe Bay?
Busselton.
Where's that in relation to where we live?
Busselton.
Yeah, but where's Busselton? Like, how far did it take us how long did it take us to get there?
3 hours. Over.
Yeah, so the traffic was a bit bad, so it took us a bit longer. So what was the plan for the day, Joe?
Just see how fast I can go. Because in my training, I do like 4 weeks of training, and then once that 4 weeks is over, I do all-out effort.
Yeah, so this was an all-out effort. And what was different about this one?
Oh, I had Vaporfly 2s.
Yeah, when did you get those?
Christmas.
Yeah, pretty awesome Christmas present. So I managed to find him a pair of Vaporfly 2s. All right, so we're right at the start of the race, and we should probably mention, shouldn't we, that the stats on screen are a little bit off, but that's all right. So we'll talk you through it. So how did you feel at the start here, Joe?
Yuck. I did not feel good at all. I was like, oh, I'm going to die.
So what about before the race? What were you feeling then?
I told Dad that a couple of times that I should just go out at 4:15, and then at the start I was like, oh, maybe I should just drop out.
Yeah, Joe was pretty nervous at the start. And what were you nervous about?
Of me having a bad race, I guess.
Yeah, so your PB going into this, well, we'll do two. What was your parkrun PB going into this?
21:54.
Oh, hang on. Looks like this is where you swallowed the fly. So Joe swallowed a fly. Talk us through that moment.
Yeah, I was just breathing, and then I swallowed the fly. The guy behind me was like, oh, dip it in chocolate. It tastes better than that next time.
Yeah, it was a funny dude. So there are lots of runners here, weren't there? 225, I think, or thereabouts.
Yeah.
Checking his Vaporflies there. So the footage is a bit different today. I flipped the hat backwards so the camera's facing Joe. Because if you've seen our other video of Joe, where he was running the Fremantle Running Festival, I had the camera facing forward, so we couldn't really see Joe, unfortunately. So I flipped around. I reckon this is pretty cool, seeing you. How do you like it?
Yeah, it's good.
All right, so we were talking about your current PBs before we started this. So what was your parkrun PB going into this?
So I did it at Homestead. It was 21:54.
So 21:54 parkrun PB going into this, and that's our local parkrun, and that's a bit hilly, isn't it? It's not the fastest parkrun in the world.
Yeah.
And it's got 280-degree turns, so it's not the quickest, but it is really nice, especially in the summer, because there's a lot of shade and it's a really nice course. So what was your outright PB going into this?
21:20.
21:20, and we got that just, when was it? November 8th, I think. So November 10th. So about 6 weeks ago. So Joe was hoping for a big PB today, but we realised it's only 6 weeks since his last all-out effort, and training was a little bit inconsistent, wasn't it? So we weren't really expecting anything magical today, except you had the Vaporfly 2s.
Yeah.
So Joe's been wanting those Vaporfly 2s for a long time. Right, let's talk about the race, Joe. So looks like I think those stats are out. So you're probably coming up to the end of the first K now, probably. So how are you feeling?
Yeah, I felt good. I just try to stick behind Dad and just focus, I guess.
I was a bit worried at the start because your breathing was pretty heavy from the beginning. So I was wondering if I needed to ease off a bit. Did you notice your breathing was heavier at the start?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
And were you feeling like you weren't going to make it?
No, it was just heavy breathing because Dad did come out really quick.
Yeah, I did go off a bit fast because I didn't want to get stuck in traffic. Like I said, you can see how thin the path is. There were 225 runners or thereabouts, so I didn't want us to get stuck in traffic because Joe was going to go for a PB. So I wanted to make sure we were out in front, but yeah, got a little too excited. Do you remember the splits? What was, because I think we've done the first K now. What was your 1K split?
I got on my watch.
Yeah, it got kind of messed up on my pod and my watch and things, so we'll go off Joe's.
Yeah. Okay, so according to my Garmin, the first lap was 4:09.
So 4:09 first K, and we were aiming for about, you wanted me to hold about 4:14, didn't you?
Yeah.
And yeah, something weird was happening with my stride foot pod on this day, because apart from that first K, according to what my watch was telling me, I was pretty much staying on 4:14. So I was very surprised when we came in at the end. Well, actually, we won't give away the time.
Yeah.
So at the moment, we don't know if we got a PB or not. But yeah, so 4:09 first K, a little bit quick, and so I definitely wanted to pull it back in this second K, both because I knew I went too quick, but also from your breathing, I was just a bit worried that you weren't going to make it. So in the second K, how's this one feeling now?
Way better. I was like, oh, halfway is going really quick. And I looked down at my watch and it has like this race predictor. It's at that moment it said 21 flat, and I was like, oh, yes, PB. And then yeah.
Yeah, so Joe still hasn't. He still can't resist the temptation to look at his watch. So one of the great things about having someone pacing you is you don't have to do that. You just focus on following them and trust them. But in this case, actually, I was a bit off. But yeah. So that was cool. And so this course is very beautiful. You can see. Can you see? Yeah, you can see this. You can see the sea. You can see the ocean there. It's a really beautiful course. Did you notice how nice it was where we're running, Joe, or were you just in so much pain you could have been running anywhere?
Yeah, I did not take anything for granted. I was just in so much pain.
Even at this stage, were you hurting?
A little bit, not as much as like the 4th K, but yeah, I was just trying to hold on.
Yeah, you're certainly looking comfortable there, but it is a really beautiful. So this path runs along the beach for quite a long way. It's got some major races along here. So Busselton Ironman, which is I think a world qualifying stage on the Ironman circuit. That takes place here. There's also, I think there is a Busselton Marathon, but it's in February, which is really weird. It's like, yeah, one of the hottest months. But one day we'll do that one. But tell us about the course. Is it fast? Is it flat?
Yeah, it's really flat. There's a few uphills, but it's fine because there's also downhills. I think it's like 2 meters elevation gain, so it's really flat.
Yeah, it's a flat, fast course, 180-degree turn, so it's just an out and back. What was the weather like?
Yeah, it was really good in the morning. When I woke up, it was about 5:30. It was 12 degrees, and then when the actual parkrun started, it was 19 degrees.
Yeah, it was really cool. So before this run, I did my long run. So I'd already done 21 Ks before this, and it heated up quickly. So when I left, I think it was like 9 or 10 degrees. It was beautiful when I left for my long run, but by this point, yeah, it had certainly heated up. But it was still pretty good for this time of year, wasn't it? And on that, actually, you can see there. So I made the comment to Joe that he's getting so fast now that now when I pace him on these park runs, it's not nothing for me anymore. So I just done my 21K long run and then pacing this. So this is probably around my half marathon pace, which isn't nothing anymore. So I need to consider it in my training load for the week, so I don't do too much and get injured. And last night, Joe and I were talking. One of his goals, I reckon, should be to catch me as fast as possible, because it's happening. One of these days, Joe's going to be pacing me. How long do you think it'll take you?
Maybe 14, 15 or something. Maybe 16.
Oh, you're talking about age?
Yeah.
So how old are you now?
11.
11 years old. Pretty cool. I wish I started running at 11. I'm very excited to see where you end up. We should talk more about this race, Joe. So it looks like we're into the 3rd K now. So do you remember what was your 2nd K split?
Oh.
I'll probably put it up on screen on the actual video. But what?
4:13.
4:13 2nd K split. So yep, as planned, I relaxed a bit on that 2nd K. So yeah, what were you feeling in this point in the 3rd K?
I was now I was struggling. I was just trying my best just to keep up.
Yeah. Stay on my tail. Just hanging on, hey. So what do you find the hardest stages? Oh, it looks like they were they're the leaders coming through. So what do you find are the hardest bits of a 5K?
4th and 5th K.
4th and 5th. Yeah. I reckon that 4th K is hard, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, you're still looking good. Still looking at your shoes, looking at your watch. And so your mum ran this. Well, here's the turnaround point. So that's the halfway mark.
That was a sketchy turnaround.
Why was it sketchy?
Because of my shoes. Because I'm used to because the shoes I normally run in is like the New Balance Rebel P4s. They do, like, if you go around corners, it's stable. But these, because I've never ran in them before, I was just not used to it at all, going around the corners.
Yeah, so this is Joe's first time. This is his first proper run in his new shoes. First time running in super shoes. So you certainly notice they're less stable than normal shoes, eh?
Yeah.
And the Vaporflies especially. So the Vaporfly 2s I think are even skinnier than my 3s. And yeah, so to do a sharp turn like that, fortunately it's dry though.
Yeah.
But we whipped it around there, and so psychologically, like in your mind, do you find it better? So once we've done that turn and we're coming back, we're a little over halfway now. Do you find that a bit easier?
Yes. I felt very good when I came around the halfway point. I was like, oh, I just need to do that again. Because even in my Fremantle run, halfway it felt like, comfortably hard. And then I was like, oh, now I just need to do that again.
Yeah. So I was kind of confused because, as I said, Joe was breathing a lot heavier at the start than at Fremantle. And so I was a bit confused because I knew we were going a bit quicker, but according to my watch, we were only going a bit quicker. But actually, because for whatever reason, my watch was telling me lies, we're actually going quite a bit quicker. So it made sense that you sounded like you were struggling more. So you're still managing to stay on my heels there, which is good. So what was your... Hang on, what are we? What was your 3rd K split?
Let me check real quick.
Yeah, Vicky!
3rd K split.
Right, hardest K now. So focus.
4:07.
4:07. So that was a quick K. And again, that was a lot faster than what we were planning, wasn't it?
You're on track for a PB.
Yeah.
Keep pushing.
And part of the reason was I was feeling really good. So
You're flying in those shoes.
the pace felt really comfortable for me for some reason,
on
even
the
after.
trail.
So I did a long run, 21 Ks with, I think I did half an hour at marathon pace in there. Which isn't massive. I'm still at early days of my marathon build, but it's also not nothing. But this run felt great for me, so I was pushing a bit hard, and my watch was telling me lies.
Yeah.
We should have put the sound on because we can't hear what I'm saying to you in our chats. Oh well. And also, have we passed Mum yet?
No.
Killing it, Joe.
So is this your first time running this course, or have you done it before?
No, that's my 2nd time doing it. Last time was slow for Dad, kind of slow for me.
You can do it.
I did in like 24 minutes. I just wanted to jog the course because it was a nice course.
So you weren't racing it last time?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. And one thing we were talking about, isn't it? What's that?
Oh yeah. The day before, I'm pretty sure, Dad got the Alpha 5.3s again.
Yes, that's the story for another. So if you've seen my channel, you may know that in my previous marathon block, I bought the Vaporfly 3s and actually took them back. I didn't like them, but this was my first. I went and bought them again. Anyway, in another video we'll discuss why. But yes, they were very heavily reduced, which is certainly one big factor. But there were others, so we'll talk about that in another video. But this is about you, Joe.
Mhm.
But that may have been one reason why this run felt so comfortable. My Vaporfly 3s.
Oh, now I'm getting a bit behind.
Yeah, so you'll see Joe now start to drop back. So talk us through this, Joe, because you're still pretty close, but in a moment you do start to drop back more.
Just a few minutes.
What was going on there? Were you yeah?
Well, I was just getting really tired at that point for some reason, and then Dad was like, "Oh, come on, Joe." So then, I somehow I just found the surgeon, and then I went back close up to Dad.
Yeah. So as you started to drop back, because because I was saying loads, like, come on, catch them, and you'll see it in a minute. Again, we should have had some earphones so we could hear the audio, but you'll hear in a minute. I really start encouraging Joe to close that gap, but you didn't until right at the end. Was that because you just couldn't, or what was going on there?
Well, I could, but I just was too lazy to.
Oh dear. So one thing that Joe and I discuss a bit is the mental side of it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because I find that one of the most fascinating things about a 5K. It's a lot to do with your fitness and what you can do, but a huge component is your mental game. So how have you been finding that, Joe? Just the war that goes on inside your mind?
Yeah, it's definitely a lot better since I started. Since I
Keep
started, I
up,
really
closer.
struggled. I just if it hurt, then I just stopped. But now if it hurts, I just keep on pushing. So it's good.
Yeah, and that's so good, Joe. And that's gonna help you in life. That's how we approach life as well. When stuff gets hard, rather than give up, because this stuff, it teaches you. Yeah, it's hard, but you know what? I can do it. I can push through. So that's why one of the reasons I think running is so good. Yes, there's a physical side, but also teaching you that mental toughness. And so do you reckon it gets easier?
No.
Do you reckon dealing with like the mental challenges gets easier?
Yeah, because I'm kind of used to it now.
You're on track, Joe. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's so you see dropping back even more there now, Joe. So what was your 4K
Close
split?
that gap.
4:05.
Okay, Joe, come on.
405. So we did a 407 third K, 405 fourth K. So Dad's not doing a good job pacing you, although it was a good thing that my watch was telling me lies, because we wouldn't have planned this, would we? So right now, you know that you're on track for a PB. I knew he was on track for a PB, but again, because my watch was telling me the wrong data, I didn't know we're on track for such a big
Close the
PB.
gap.
Yeah.
So Joe just has to try and find a way of closing that gap now. So yeah, into the last K. What are you thinking in this last K?
I was just trying to hang on. I was so tired. For some reason, I forgot what I did. It was something at the beach, but it really made my work out my calves.
Joe,
So
come on, catch me.
they were really sore, tired at the last end, second
that
last K. So
on.
I was just trying to dig
2 laps
deep.
left, Joe. Come on.
Yeah.
You got this.
Do you have any tricks for pushing through? Like any mental tricks?
I just have little pointers. So I find something and say a tree. I say, okay, I need to run until this, and then I
Let's
keep
go,
on
Joe.
doing that until it's the finish line.
Ah, nice. So you kind of break it down. So rather than thinking I've got a whole K to
Come on.
run, you think I'm just going to run to that tree.
Yeah.
Good one. So that gap's widening, Joe. But yes, we know we're getting close. So I know I love running with you. I love pacing you. Is it pretty fun running with your
Come on,
dad?
Joe.
Yeah.
That lucky
You
dad's
had to
gonna
say
break.
that, didn't you?
Okay, this is where the GPS
That's
for
it,
some
catch
reason
me.
just cut off. So it says 0 kilometers
Keep
an
pushing.
hour.
You're nearly there.
Yeah. As I said, yeah, it was a bit weird today. So the
Lap and a
stats,
half.
they're gone, but that's all right. Should we, if I turn it up a bit, we might be able to, I just don't want the audio to come in the mic, but it should be all right. We'll just have it quietly. Might be able to hear what we're saying.
You can hear Dad's super shoe.
Stay upright. Stay relaxed. Come
You know
on.
what, Joe? Maybe shall we just stay quiet and maybe comment if there's anything exciting to talk about, and we'll just let people listen to this last bit.
Come on, Joe.
All right.
Look, it's just up here. Let's go. Every second counts. Close the gap. Come on, Joe. It's just up here. Come on. Catch me, Joey. That's it. Keep going. You're so close.
So at this point, I was wondering, because you were so far behind, I was wondering if I needed to slow up.
That's it. Stay with me.
But because my watch wasn't telling me the right data, I actually thought we were pretty close to your other PB, so I wanted to push through.
Yeah.
Less than a minute.
I managed to speed up to Dad at the last bit, as you can see.
Yeah.
PB, Joe. Come on, push.
So if this happens
Give me a
again,
big one, Joe.
do you want me to do the same? Just keep up and
Come on.
leave you to catch me?
Yeah.
Come on.
That's a good marker.
We're just here. Let's go.
Drives going to the beach section.
Let's go. Let's go. Big PB, Joe. Come on. Every second counts. Come on. Come on. Sprint. Go, go, go. Just here. Keep push, push. All the way. All the way. Come on, come on. Let's go, Joe. Come on. Go, 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 go. Thank you.
And across the
Joe.
line.
Nailed it, mate. What a guy.
He yells.
You legend, Joe.
What
Yeah.
was the final time?
20:45.
Your face there.
Yeah. Because I didn't believe my watch for some reason, so I asked the guy, and he was like, oh, 20:45. I'm like, what?
I know, so your official time was 20:41, which is a massive PB. So remind us again what your other PB was?
21:20.
21:20 was his old PB. So how's your maths? What sort of a PB is that?
Over
A big
30.
one.
Yeah, a big one.
A huge PB. Yeah, well done, Joe. So proud of you. And tell us about the shoes. Give a really quick 5-second review of the Vaporfly 2s.
Brilliant, lovely, very springy and bouncy. Yeah, I think Dad will like them if he gets them.
All right, Joe, what's the next goal?
Sub 20.
Sub 20, here we come, mate. We'll see you next time.